Hey everyone, GeForce 41 here with another casual preview. We are back with season 30 of the casuals. That's quite some time we've been out there. So thank you all for hanging in there for all those weeks. 30 seasons is quite a long time. So it's been since 2015, I believe. Um, we're in week one now, but we're looking at week two ahead. And I've started off week two with a new course from a designer we haven't featured before that I don't see too much information out there. But we're going to go to Eight Bridges by Big Lou 51. This is going to be the Monday, Tuesday event, and that's where we like to feature new designers, something a little different. So I thought, going into the first full week of the season, we'd try something a little different. This is a good new course. It's got plenty of good stuff there. It's got a little meat on the bones for me to kind of talk about design work on and kind of give some feedback. So all in, it's going to be pretty fun stuff. I don't have much information on the course. I cannot find a write up out there, but let's get right to it. I'm going to play the back tees, northeast wind medium, and hole location one. Let's get right to the golf. Okay, here we go. As you can see, it's tee ready, tournament ready, as we prefer in the casuals. Tee ready is a must for the big weekender. So it's a tropical course. It's on, I believe it looks like an island. I think if I played this once before, yeah, it's kind of an island setting. Interesting. It's an interesting look for an island setting. It's usually kind of green, green, very lush green. It kind of got that burnt out look. I like it. It's one of the things I liked about the look. So we've got stands, crowds, a little bit of a unique look. First hole heads right out. It's a very short four, a little unusual for an opening hole, but a fairly simple shot. With the wind behind me, there is no doubt we're going for it, folks. Okay. All right, yeah, so I think this course is going to give some opportunities for some design tips, which I've been doing. I've done some design videos. One is out there. I'm working on a couple of others. Almost made it. And I've done some rookie review courses for the rookie contest for TGC Tours. So I'm kind of in that mode where I'm going through the courses and offering tips. That's why I chose this one for video, because I think I could offer some tips. It's a fun course that's going to be a great addition to the schedule, and everybody wins there, right? All right. A little chip up. Green looks fine. Sort of flattish. I like the stairs behind it. So yeah, I like the look, right? It's kind of got this kind of rustic look, but it's an island and tropical. So I'm not sure where this is supposed to be located. Again, could not find a write-up on the TGC Tours website, the HB board, anything. So we're gonna wing it. Okay. Yeah, some good. Oops. So I'm playing on an easier setting. Sorry about that. I forgot to change the setting before I started. So I'll actually have a decent round. um, See, I like this. Yeah, nice stair work back there, huh? Pretty good stuff. That's a curved stairs. I am terrible at stairs, so that looks pretty good to me. I like the setting here. Um, you nestled it in, and this green, we talked a little about green contouring in my design video. It's a little flattish, but it kind of goes that way. And this one, all right, this edge is kind of pushed this way. Meh, okay, that's not a big deal. It predominantly goes that way, which is, I think what you'd expect. And the high point looks to be in the back. We're just going to throw an 8-iron on the front. Huh, thought I hit that a little bit better. Some nice work with the spectators. They're kind of sprinkled in. Greens are running at 158. Good job with the fences. They're not too curvy and too bumpy. People, it's the spline will take the bump. So folks are just splining their hearts out, and just some of these fences look a little crazy. So, okay. So going around the curve here, the bunkers need a little bit of sculpting work. They're okay here. Right here, that's very shapy. I can tell, whoops, just from designing, that's basically one of the brushes on the last page, the kind of gingerbread man brush with a little bit of extra on the side. I'm not too fond of, I can't get it any closer, that kind of intruding on the fairway like that. There are holes like that. It's kind of tough to pull off. Anyway, good location for the bunker. I don't mind the whole setup. Um, just needs a little bunker work, so we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. Okay, we got a little valley here. This is a little puddle greeny. Be careful of, what I was talking about in my video. Um, I think everything's kind of headed into this little valley here. I would think you could have, could you have the high side here? Sure, and the green goes this way, but you kind of got a high side here and a high side here. I would kind of pick one. I would think something like this. You kind of have the high side here and here, and this green would just go this way. Okay, and then have this shelf behind here and the bunker protecting that area of the green. That'd be fine. So it's a little off, not bad though. I think it'll make for a fairly easy hole location. So I like the textures, they're interesting, given the location on an island and a tropical theme. Tree work looks pretty good. So some fairly good planting. I think with tropical courses, people overdo the tropical thing. Too many palm trees all over the place. And, that's hard to pull off and look nice and natural. But he's using these tropical trees that aren't palms, that are kind of at the back of the tree selection pages. What is this one doing? I've played this before, but I kind of forget the holes. Aha. Yeah, so this one up. From the back tees, you're going to be blocked out. I think from the tees the casuals will play in, you're probably going to have a shot at that. But we're just going to lay a 3-wood down here, and you have a good 3-wood option. Good job, Lou. If you're going to do a hole like that, give them an out on the 3-wood too. Don't make the 3-wood a burden if you're doing a kind of risky, drivable tee shot kind of hole. Let's put this in the back. Don't want to mess with those bunkers. And into the light rough. And another par. So we will be back to the normal schedule on week 2. Week 1 is always tricky because you have to end the old season and start a new one. So we did a 1-round qualifier, a 1-round qualifier after that, and then a 4-day big weekender at Yeti Black from DD. But we'll be back to the traditional 2-2-3 format that we've featured for so many years, which I think is kind of the magic of the society. I think that's the best format going. Gives you variety, gives you opportunity. If you miss Monday, Tuesday, well, you got Wednesday, Thursday, and you got a little bit longer tournament for the weekend. Without playing the 4, 4 rounds sometimes is a chore depending on the course. The courses we feature hopefully wouldn't be, but if you've played other societies and you've got a course you're not fond of, and you got to play it for 4 rounds, it can get a little painful. So we're quick to the point. Oh, what's going off on the side there? That's done that to me a few times lately. There's little black, almost looks like Minecraft dots, blocks coming up. And no, I don't play Minecraft, my boys do. They probably play it a little too much, but I play this a little too much probably too, right? Alright. On the 6. So yeah, the bunkering looks okay on these. He looks like he's definitely sculpted them a little. Oh, this. Here we go. So from here, 20 down with 8, we can do this. A few of them need some work, but I like the more traditional looking bunkers. Those kind of squiggly ones he had weren't working for me. On a few holes. There you see some bridge work in the back. And an easy bird. That's what we like. Okay. So yeah, I see here this. I'm not a huge fan of this. Be very careful when you cut bunkers into the fairway like that. Yeah, I know there are courses that do that. The look, I'm not a huge fan of it for this game. It just doesn't look great. It looks kind of computer generated, computer gamey, I call it. These are kind of squiggles, but then he's got some really good traditional looking bunkers. So you kind of go with one or the other. I think is a good bet usually. Also, this placement I don't know about. I don't know why you'd have a bunker here and here. I would think you have a bunker in here, in this curve. Then have a bunker, I can't reach it, but in that next curve. I'll put a graphic in. Have 2 bunkers there. I know I have 3 bunkers kind of at the apex points. Usually if those curves in the fairway are for a reason, and you're fitting in your bunkers. But otherwise, fine. Strategically, it works. Just another point. He's got light rough. Good job, Lou. This type of course, definitely light rough. We saw Terry Grayson's Buzzard Point, North Carolina, in our final week of the last season, and that was a spectacular course with no light rough, and that was appropriate. It was a Carolina kind of beachy dunes thing with big wide fairways. That's where you want to see you can get away with the no light rough. These types of courses that are kind of more traditional layouts, really think about using light rough, folks. And I know I might be in the minority on that opinion, but maybe not. Get up. Oh, just a bit off. Okay, number 8, another 5. You see some more bridge work there. I like that idea, doing a little kind of ring bunker. Not a bad idea at all. Mix up, definitely, I don't want to say, when I say you want the bunkers to be consistent, you want some variety and mix things up a little. It's just the type of bunkers seem to be changing like every hole. So you do want some consistency, but you do want some variety. And I know that's kind of a contradiction, but you got to get a consistent look and feel and just have them be varied in different shapes and sizes. So again, this is odd. This is a huge bunker. We haven't seen too many of those. I don't think you need a huge bunker there either. I think you just need one right there. Okay, these are fine. This is a little big, but that's the placement just fine right in that corner. And back there is fine. You can also just put a small one there and leave that. But let's look at the slope of the green. He's got the slopes of the slopes of the greens are pretty tame. Oh, way too much. Way too much. All right. On the 9. 4 under. Considering I'm playing on it's either AM or Pro Am settings. I think it's AM. I was doing some testing beforehand and forgot to move it back to Pro. Okay, be careful of these. You know, when you cut off the fairway, you can have a few of these. I don't mind them. Make sure there's a reason here. There's a great reason. There's a body of water. Okay, that's fine. You got another bridge there. Let's take a look at the green. Yeah, the green sizes are pretty reasonable. They're fairly big, it looks like. Oh, you got some retaining wall work done there. Those are a bit of a pain. I know you can spline them, but I don't know that the spline works very well for those. You might want to give the driver some room or kind of no room, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. And again, use those sparingly. You don't want to overdo those type of holes. That's why. So that's my fault. Was, believe it or not, even 3 was too much club. But then have them just like this, a shortish 4 with a kind of short approach. I saw one in the rookie contest. It was a par 5, and the fairway stopped, and you had no way to reach the green in 2, which, okay, there's such a thing as a 3-shot hole. But, you know, is that really what you're going for on a par 5? And I blew it. See if we can get out of here with a bogey. Double to finish the front. Ugh. Brutal. Alright. The second 9 starts with the par 3. Alright. Decent contouring to the green. It moves basically to the water like you'd expect. It's a little kind of pinched up there, but then it moves back. Not bad. Eight miles out of the wind, but we're going down. Okay. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. Oh, it's not going to release, though. Good shot, though. Just a little bit of movement to the right. Come on. There you go. Dead center. Ew. Alright. Now, 151, you're going to say, well, it's par 3. No, it's par 4. So where are we going here, buddy? This is a little unusual. Alright, we're going way over here. Yeah, this is kind of odd. You've got a opening. So, not a fan of this. You can do this, but I'm not sure you want to do it here with this, where you're 151's a, what is that for? Pitching wedge. If this kind of kept going here, you might have something. You know, maybe extend this fairway out and around, and kind of have that water going a little bit more diagonal. You know, the other thing you could do here is a leave-in hole. If you guys are into golf architecture, you'll know what I mean. It's a template hole. But, because that first option isn't an option. So your option is kicking a field goal, which is fine. It's not a hard option. And then, given that, I'm just going to do this. So kind of a quirky one. Quirky's okay occasionally. And I'm going to be in the bunker. Not bad. Alright, what do we want to talk about next? The grid lines, I think. I forgot to mention that. It's par 3. We'll talk about it on the next hole. It's not as easy to see here. I like this one. I mean, it's kind of a figure 8-ish kidney bean kind of green. You fit it in here nicely, Lou. Um, I like the bunker placement. For the most part, that's what I'm talking about. You fit that one in nicely there. Nicely there. The rock works pretty good. Not bad at all. And for this whole length, this is a pretty good, nice narrow green. So that's a good way to mix up. I do think this is a little puddly. It's a little punch bowl without being a punch bowl. There's no drainage here, right? Everything's just going down in this saucer. Whoops. Sorry, folks. Right in here. Everything's draining here. Okay, it's not draining over there, right? So that you wouldn't really ever see. It should be going the other way. Not that you want to, upside down saucer, but basically everything should be going that way. Kind of like you have here, okay? So don't be scared to just make your greens go kind of one direction, have one predominant flow. It can make for an interesting hole, especially on a par 3. I think people try to smooth them around the hole and flatten them, and you get into all sorts of problems. So that's why the video I put out was making greens look natural. I think people are too worried about making their greens okay so they'll be approved on TGC tours, or Gary at the Casuals will use them. Or somebody else in other societies. Think about it. How do greens really work in real life? And then just make them interesting, right? So that's what it's all about. All right, we got a par 4 here. I like that there's no grid lines on the fairways, but I think there's the grid lines on the green, which I just think is a little odd. So I like that look. It looks natural. I do not like the grid lines at all, unless you're doing something very fancy, like a fancy private country club. But this looks more realistic without them. And then I don't think you just see it here, but I think... Or maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, I'm not wrong. There they are. The grid lines on the green. I know why, if you don't have them on the rest of the course. I don't like them at all, personally. I know it's personal taste. But if you don't have them on the rest of the course, and you've got a very kind of natural, rustic-looking feel to your course, I don't know why you'd put them on the green. But not trying to be critical, Lou, just saying, save those for a country club or something like that. Yeah, you see, I don't like that look too much. Some people do, and if you're gonna make them light, make them very light, like you could barely see them. So obviously the green is the texture on the tee boxes, so you see the grid lines here too. Or you just use the tee box shapes, which defaults to the green texture. Okay, got a little lighthouse going in the distance. The hill. Yeah, so pretty. I like the way the screen's flowing so far. Yeah, that's fine. And I like a green like this occasionally where you don't have the fairway ramp entrance. I've done a lot of those over the years, just because I see a lot of those here in the kind of older courses I play. But have a reason for it, right? If the green's a little elevated, there's some serious bunkering. I kind of like that look occasionally. But just make sure it fits the design of your hole. Oh, just missed. A well-placed boat just off in the distance there. Look, I got the cups on the ground. I've never noticed that before. Wind behind you. Oh, God, these sorry. These fairways, a little flat. I think you could add some contours and some general slope. Like here, kind of, have the left side a little elevated and everything moving to the water a little. Now you got a hill here, and that's fine. But for the most part, these fairways are pretty tame. Which is great for casuals Monday, Tuesday events. I like that there with the tree in the middle like that. And the entrances to the greens are reasonable. Downhill 33 yards. Yards, sorry, feet. 10-mile-an-hour wind behind me. I like this bunker. Okay, here. Not a bad spot for it. Again, now cuts in the fairway. You know, it's fine there. I don't want to be critical of it. But you could have it in that little notch. Kind of have it in the fairway. And then have the fairway go around it. Again, good work on the fencing. Because it's, look, see, it's nice. It's obviously curved. You can curve it around, but it's nice and level. People are just, it's bumpy and it's just kind of looking ridiculous. Um, you finished the sculpting on the side. That's pretty good. So this is pretty good work. Lou's done a lot of courses, so he knows what he's doing. I just don't, I'm not familiar with them. I like those little touches behind the green. Get the rocks back there. It's that simple planting that adds so much sometimes. That tree's a little intrusive. I'm not sure if that's on purpose to make it a challenging shot or not. Very short 5. Splining's a little odd here. You left an entrance over here, which is helpful. For this short of a 5, you might have put the bunkers over here, made it more of a challenge. And then you got this hump going this way. This kind of green's kind of all going this way. I'd expect this green to be kind of the high point here and everything going this way. But not bad. I like it's very short 5. So I would say you might want to put a little challenge there. But not bad. Because look, I'm hitting a 7-iron in. Ooh, when I almost drained it. Holy cow. All right, 18th on a course named 8 Bridges. What do you expect? We're hitting over a bridge. Of course we are. Heading up here. I like that idea. Look at that. Very nice. And there's just a little bit of planting. It could be a little bit more, but I like that it's simple and not overplanted like some designers like me do all the time. I got the wind at my back, so that's good. And that is a huge, unique green. Um, why not? Unique way to finish. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Had a system freeze, so I had to reboot, and we're doing this over. So we're playing 18 over. It's not the same round that I finished because it totally crashed. But let's finish taking a look at 18. It's like I said, drivable, very interesting green shape. Um, Pretty cool planting. All in, this has been a fun course to play. Certainly, it'll be a good addition to the casuals. Um, do you see the drivable greens? 18, not so much. But with this one behind me, damn right we're going for it. Get up there. And we'll see that planting across. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, man. Well, there's a little bit of a shelf over there. Huh? Let's see what I can do with that. 48, 60. Let's see what happens. Can I catch that little shelf? Oh, I just missed it. Just missed it. Get in. Are you kidding? Take a look at that. Alright, so that's 8 bridges. Big Lou, great job. This will be a fun course. Look for it week 2, Monday, Tuesday event. And the casuals, Wednesday, Thursday will be Bio Carp by Honey Badger Hacker. And the big weekender will be Zyderzay by DR Golf Designs, D Ramans, I believe. I'm not sure the exact handle, but I'll put that up in the graphic. Anyway, week 2 is going to be super fun. We're going to have more videos coming your way shortly, more casual reviews. I'll probably be doing some more rookie judging contest videos shortly, and some design tips. So if there's anything you want help with in design, let me know. Drop me a note. I'll happily take a look and do a video if it's something I think I can help you with. So that's all for now. We'll talk soon. Please like and subscribe, and be back soon with more videos. Thanks, everybody.